Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Thug Baby, and this page is for 30-somethings who are done settling for less than what we deserve. Sure, we're scared, but we're not gonna let that hold us back anymore. Today I want to talk about something that's deeply personal to me, and it's about how I knew it was time to leave my comfort zone and take the biggest risk of my life. I have lived in Pennsylvania for the last 30-something years. I love it here. I have some complaints, but my heart is here. My family is here. I've always been here. But I have news. I am moving out of state, very far from everything I've ever known and all the people that I love. And I am having all the emotions that you can imagine. And to be honest, there are moments that I question if I'm even doing the right thing. But deep down, I know that I am. I'm here to share with you guys how I made it happen. And not only that, but what were the signs that told me it's time to leave? You are the creator of your destiny. Before I dive deep, I want to invite each and every one of you to share this with anybody that you know that lives in their comfort zone, which is the place where no growth happens. Share this with them. Let them know that you understand that it's easy to stay in a place where everything feels fine, where we feel safe, but remind them that what's not growing is dead. So how did I know it was time to go? To be honest, I don't think it was one single thing. I think it was a collection of things. And each of those things, individually and together, reminded me and reiterated to me that I am the creator of my destiny. And if I want something, I simply have to go get it. I made this happen. I manifested all of this for me. When the year began, I told myself that I no longer was going to do things that go with the flow. I wanted to grow in immeasurable ways this year, and I made it happen. The first thing I felt, it's still very palpable, is that I was stuck, right? I've had the work experience, I have the degrees, and I've grown in each of the positions that I had, but I felt like I was running in place. I've always had a vision for my future. I think about like young me a lot, and I think about all the things that she wanted and she hoped for and that she truly believed would be hers. And my life is still very much beginning. I'm not even halfway through. I'm still, I'm past the first quarter, but I'm still, not over the hill. I can do anything. So I want to make that vision for my future come true. And that fire in my belly kept burning and telling me like, go do it. I also realized, like I said, that I've grown in each of the jobs that I had, but my opportunities started to feel more limited. I have had very cool jobs where I've grown so much, but everything felt capped. And I realized that if I wanted something, I had to put myself in an environment that was brand new, where I had to learn to thrive. I am unlike a lot of people. I actually really enjoy change, and I accept change, and I welcome it, actually. And that was something that I have been craving for a while. A big change where it would be a new version, a new chapter of who I am. I started really, really craving this change, and I had that feeling that something needed to happen. But I kept being reminded, mostly by my own person, that I have to make that change happen. I felt that pull and I needed something new. One thing that truly marked the beginning of this new chapter for me was a huge feeling of disconnect. I have been here my whole life. I have friends here, I have family here, but I am lacking deep connection with any of the roots that I have here. It doesn't feel like this is my forever. It doesn't feel like I'm grounded here. There's just people who know me here, and most of them know an old version of me. So I grew out certain spaces, certain dynamics, and unfortunately certain relationships. And the biggest thing that is marking this change is fear. I have been motivated by fear for a very long time. And although I still feel fear, it is not my motivator. That fear is now the fuel to courage. I do not feel like it has me standing in place anymore. I realize the only thing stopping me is me, and I have to push through. And that fear is real. I question things all the time. It's the what ifs. What if I fail? What if I regret it? What if I miss my family too much? What if I don't make new friends? And the worst one, what if I'm not as strong as I think I am? And when I have all of those questions, the first thing that I pour back into myself is that nothing happens, no growth takes place in comfort zones. Growth is uncomfortable, it's scary, and most times it's painful. But the alternative is not an option. Staying in a place that no longer serves you just because it's familiar, that's insane. I cannot do that. That scares the shit out of me. I don't want to be like, and no offense, I just don't want to be like those people who stay stuck in one place just because their family was there, or just because, you know, whatever that is. I don't care. So right now I'm in between these two ideas of what's my purpose, what am I doing here, I need to take control of my life, and I'm making this happen, this is what I want, I'm the creator of my destiny. I'm kind of in that in-between moment, but I want to share with you guys how I'm preparing to go to the other side, to turn this page and create the life that I've always wanted for myself. The most important thing that I'm doing is researching absolutely everything. I have never been to the Southwest, and I'm scared for so many reasons. But research has really alleviated the weight of, I don't know, you know, like I don't know what's down there. I don't know who's down there. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Research helps so much. I've been deep diving into the cost of living and culture and crime rates. I've used sites like Numbeo, is that what it's called? Yeah, Numbeo, and also Neighborhood Scout for like crime rates. And there's also another one, I'll try to link it down below. Of course, I've also been saving. Planning my financial future has been super important because I won't have a support system down there. I'm really starting from scratch. So not only budgeting for the move, but also being financially smart with the decisions I make before the move. One thing I'm super focused on right now is spending intentional time with my family. It's like an emotional preparation. I feel like I will feel calmer, more prepared, and accepting of what I'm doing, less like heartbreak, if I know that I took advantage of these last months and spent them with my family as much as I could. I'm having a lot of hard conversations because, like I said, these are the people that have known me since forever, and sometimes I think they do see me as still that little girl, or like, you know, that woman that made a whole bunch of mistakes. So explaining to someone that you're leaving so far away, who still sees you as someone who's so vulnerable, it can be super hard. And even just like your parents, my mom is so mad at me right now. I'm also mentally preparing myself for the loneliness that is going to come with this transition. I'm going to be spending a lot of time alone, and that's not a bad thing. I am excited to build discipline and to know myself better than ever, and to grow in ways that require no one else, seeing my own strength. I'm also working on building a support system from afar, not anything super deep, but really being intentional about the YouTube videos that I watch. Seeing videos or following people who have also made moves across the country is very helpful. And I've downloaded Meetup, which is an app that is just for people to socialize in cities, like different events, and just seeing what's out there and seeing what kind of things are going on in the city, and you know, what to look forward to. It helps. And just to put a pin on this, another way that I really support myself and prepare for this transition is really being intentional about pouring into myself and talking to myself and having conversations with my partner, who, by the way, is not coming, and we'll get into that, about how I feel and about the fact that it's not going to be easy, but it's so going to be worth it. Reminding myself of that is super important, from, you know, being here to getting over here, and knowing that I'm in the middle of like these two chapters, one closing and one opening. So if you take one thing away from this video, it's that if you feel pulled to do something, trust yourself, go for it. You deserve everything. You can do anything. You have to create your future. You are in charge of that. You don't have to have everything picture perfect, polished out. You just have to take a few steps in the right direction. I would say the most important thing that helped me was physically writing things down that I wanted. If it's not written down, it's truly not real. Write it down and check back in with it. I check back in with my goals weekly, and knowing exactly what I wanted and taking many steps each week to get there brought me to a point where people that didn't even know I existed across the country say, hey, you're wonderful. We think you're worth waiting for. Please come work for us. And listen, I'm scared. It's very scary. I'm scared all the time. But fear and self-doubt don't get to make decisions for me anymore. I refuse to stay small because I'm afraid of the unknown. And I am afraid of the unknown. And I'm saying I'm not afraid. I am afraid. But that is the fuel to my courage. I am turning that into fuel because I don't want to stand still and I don't want to look back and say, fuck, what if I would have done that? I just don't want that for myself. You know, if I fail, then I fail. But at least I tried. If you're feeling the same way, I encourage you to comment below, what is one thing that you're afraid of doing? And what is one thing that you can do, maybe one small step to push you in that direction? This is a space for everyone who's choosing to be brave even when they're scared. If this video resonated with you at all, please comment, like, subscribe, share, because I have so much more to share on this journey. I'm super excited and super scared. I'm documenting everything, the highs, the lows, the realness. So if you have that feeling in your gut that something needs to change, or if you already know you're moving across the country, if you're trying to figure all this out, let's do it together. And remember, you are capable, you are worthy, and you are way stronger than you think. I'll see you in the next one.